Hello there, thanks for tuning into Social Work Scrapbook. My name is Lauren. Today's video, I'm talking about productivity. So if you plan on working in the school system as a counselor, social worker, even an LSSP, which is a licensed school psychologist, if you're planning on working with students in a support type of fashion, you will find that you are completely outnumbered. This video was specifically created for one of my Instagram followers, Rachel. I had her in mind because she recently asked me, how do we do it all? As social workers, we get the gamut of cases. Some are really quick, really easy to address. Others are going to be a little long-standing. They're going to go onto our caseload. So the very first tip that I have is learning how to manage the cases that we take. Of course, we do have to serve the entire student body. A quick case that's easy to manage are the basic need cases. So any students that are needing clothing, food, electricity, water, shelter. You take those cases and then you have your list of resources built. Where the shelters are, where food is, food banks, clothing closets, things of that nature. You fill the need and then you move on. It doesn't happen that quickly. There's a lot of case management in between there, contacting the parent, contacting the agency, connecting both together, seeing if the parent can do that on their own, because we don't want to ever enable anyone. So give the number to the parent, let them take it from there, follow up later to see if anything did happen. If it didn't, then you do a little more case management. Now the family knows about you, they have your numbers, your contact information, and they can contact you back. Now the more intense cases are going to be, so the anxiety, depression, suicidal ideation, those types of things are going to take longer. The experience is completely different in schools today. Students are dealing with a lot more mental health issues as far as what I've seen and what I've heard other social workers explain to me that have already been doing this type of work for 20 plus years. So let the student lead the sessions. Ask your student if they'd like to meet on a weekly basis. And some will tell you, no, I'll come to you when I know I may need someone to talk to, and that's perfectly fine. The students that are needing a weekly check-in, those are the kids and the students you're going to place onto your caseload. Keep it to about 10 students per semester. That's usually what I do, and this is how I track my cases. This is a Google template, and I've tweaked it for my social work sessions. I'm also going to share it with you in a link below if you're interested in grabbing one for yourself. With this template, it has 2 sheets. The second sheet is where I enter all of my cases, and you can add more rows, but the cool thing about this is they populate here in a drop down, so you can easily select your client, put your session summary, the status of the session, whether it was started, and then the meeting time, so you don't forget the time and the date that you met. I like the date because it pops up as a calendar view where you can select the date that you met, and then the follow-up. If you double click that, you also get the calendar, so you can select a week or 2 weeks after the date that you met, so that's already scheduled, and then you type in the follow-up summary, which is what you plan on doing with a client when you meet with them next. Now, as social workers, you know that the students are not our only clients. In the school system, we work with teachers, parents, families, and beyond. So schedule in some time to walk around your campus, especially if you're new there. Do some lunch duty. Take advantage of that time to be accessible to teachers and staff. That's how you're going to get your referrals. That's how you're going to follow up. Of course, you don't want to talk about any confidential situations in the lunchroom with anyone, but definitely take a notepad with you and be ready to take down some quick referrals, because they will shoot them out to you. As far as families, that's where home visits come in. I would also cluster my home visit time. Be sure that you're doing home visits either before lunch, kind of all together, or after lunch. I alternate the day, but if you don't cluster your home visits, you're gonna be running around like a chicken without a head, and you do not want to do that, because that will be the quickest way to have the school day just fly by and you feel like nothing got done. That's the worst feeling ever. A great big tip that I have as far as productivity is teamwork makes the dream work. Has anybody ever heard of that? Social workers have. If you haven't, then pay attention. School counselors, LSSPs, parent volunteers, you have your hall monitors, you have teachers, administrators, parent liaisons, nurses, not only the school but also the district. There are so many. These are the grains of sand that are out there that all have student support on the mind, and they can help you. You can be a drop in a pond and your change is going to grow in ripples. We've all heard that metaphor. Or you can find your grains of sand and create a beach, a nice oasis for students to be able to feel that sense of security. And the way we do that is by bringing all these people together and utilizing them when we need them. So you need to know what the strengths of your school counselor are, what the strengths of your LSSP is. How can we use them to help our students out? How do we use other social workers in our district and beyond? Along with connecting to other colleagues is also using consultation to your advantage. I am lucky to have 12 other social workers that I can consult with at any time, and knowing their strengths helps me a bunch because I know who has the greatest resource links. I know who's most equipped to deal with developmental issues and problems. If you have a social work colleague, and be sure that they're a social worker, because with confidentiality, some of the other staff members that I mentioned may not hold through, they don't hold to the same ethics of social workers. And if you don't have that, I am going to be providing a way that we can social work together. I'm offering multifaceted mentorship where we can work together for weeks on end, and I'll answer any types of questions and collaborate and consult with you, because I feel like that is so important. That's the missing link, so that we don't burn out, we don't give up on the social work field way too quickly. So you can check out my blog for that. Please don't feel like you have to go at this alone. In fact, if you try to do it as an island on your own, you are likely to burn out. If this video helped you, then please like and comment below. Let me know if this works, if you want to see anything else, or if you have any other questions. Until next time, I am wishing you, as always, social work success.